Hey everybody, Sarah here with Simple Solutions by Sarah and Biz in the Bag Marketing. So I just wanted to pop in today because I wanted to do a couple of things. I wanted to do a little vocabulary lesson, and I just wanted to give you some heads up on some things that have started to change on Facebook. For the vocabulary lesson, I'm actually going to post this in the notes as well because some of you seem to be really confused about the differences between pages, profiles, and groups. And then we're going to get a little more involved into the groups today. That was our special request from Livy. So Livy wanted to know what's going on in groups, and I told her I'd touch on that today. So your vocabulary lesson is your profiles. These are your personal profiles that have your face on them. They are your personal page, and you should only be posting about food, family, friends, your pets, where you're at, what you're doing, all the fun things in your life. You are not supposed to be selling product or doing lives to sell your product on your business page. And there's reasons for that. Mostly people have reported to Facebook that they are not happy about it, they don't like it, and they consider it to be very spammy. And Facebook has some new AI software, and they're running it through to catch people doing this. I have had quite a few people contact me because their personal profiles have been completely deleted, and if that happens, you lose your groups and your business pages as well because they're all linked through your profile. So just think about it. So again, your profile is just for you. It's for your smiling face. Talk about your puppy, your kids, do what I do. I love to post pictures of flowers. It's kind of my relaxation at nighttime when I'm winding down. Whatever your daily life, that's what your profile should be. Your pages, a business page, you want to make it because you want to conduct business. Go figure. It's a way for people to find you and what you do, and you're able to, from your profile, you can link your business page so that when people find you, then they can say, oh, hey, Sarah, she actually has a business page about training or marketing, and they can click on that and go straight to my page for information. Think of your pages as your marketing in your advertising space, okay? Groups are for people to join who have a real interest in your product or your service. This is where you actually want to invite people into your store. So it's like, hey, I'm advertising on my page, and people are really interested. And then you should say, hey, I got some really cool stuff over here in this group. If you're interested, come over and join, and meet some other cool people. So that's a fun way to think about that. Okay, so yes, there is Facebook jail. It's not a myth or a legend. It actually does exist, and yes, I've been there. Yes, I have. So that was one of the reasons I actually decided to get with Facebook directly and take their training courses, because I didn't like being in Facebook jail. It's not really my thing. So it was one of the best things I ever did. I learned a lot, and if you know me and follow, then you know that I enjoy sharing that with you. So when I say that Facebook jail does exist, I know because I've been there. So some tips. Don't use your profile to sell or advertise. We just talked about that. It is actually strictly prohibited by Facebook policies and procedures. They can and they will disable your profile if you have been getting away with it. And I could name a shoebox full of people right now that do it and think they're getting around it. 2020, I'm telling you, I don't want to see anybody lose their business or get into trouble or anything. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you need, if that's all you're doing, you need to get all of that changed over to a page. And if you're scared you're going to lose followers, I can tell you you're not. You're not at all. You're not going to lose anybody, because we're here for you. So if you say, hey guys, because I don't want to lose my business, I've been told I need to make a business page. I would love for everybody to hop over to my new page and follow me over there. That's where I'm going to do my lives. That's where I'm going to be selling my product. Believe me, they'll follow you because they want to see you and they want to buy your product. So don't be afraid of that. And if you're not sure how to set up your business page, get a hold of me. I walk people through this all the time, and yes, I have a course on it for in-depth instruction, but I can get you set up on a business page really quick, fast, and you should. Anyway, so some of the AI software that Facebook now has, and they have actually been rolling this out all year, and they've been refining it, and it just keeps getting better and sharper to pick up different words as people try to get around saying things. They have keyword catchers in place for both actually the written, so what you actually key in and type. They have a software that can scan that, and they also have software now that they're monitoring voice. So everything that's said here, they are actually running that through their software and seeing if I'm on my profile and selling product or goods. So just a heads up, if you don't like that they're doing that, I don't know what to tell you, but it's just going to be, that's the way it is. So let's see. So my big thing is with groups. Some of the things they've started to release in 2019, they had some issues with, and they've been slow to roll out some of the things, but I think most everybody, if you're a group admin, this is going to apply to you. Not so much if you're just in a group, although you will see some changes because you are part of the group. So if you're an admin, what you're going to see, one of the updates that they came through with is the different sizes in text. You can now have the H1, they call it H1, H2 size text options. And you can do bold and italic options, bullet points, and numbered lists, also quotation marks. So it's a great way for admin when they make their posts to stand out. You can only do it on a desktop, and once you post it, you can't edit it on the mobile either. So if you haven't got it yet, update your app. Everybody should have it about now. A lot more changes started to roll out pretty heavily in May of this year, and they actually changed the groups themselves, what they call different groups. So they added new group types, and they actually retired out 13 different ones. And it didn't really change a whole lot for the layouts or the settings that we as admins can see. But they did change a few options that are very important. So they added 3 new group types. If you haven't been in and really checked your settings and looked at your group, you may want to do that. A lot of them, they just set to default to general. So you may want to go in and take a quick look if you haven't recently. So almost all the groups are actually going to be in the general unless you go in and manually change that yourself. Okay. Let's see, all group types. have tools and features that are available in all the general groups. But if you now have a buy and sell group or a video group, which is two of the new ones, then you're going to have extra tools that make your groups unique. You're going to have different screens and different functions within your group to actually make it more interesting and more fun for your groupies. So it makes good sense. Get in there, look around. I always suggest, like, there's not too much you can really screw up. If you go in there, you can always undo. So again, if you're really not sure, ask me. I'm more than happy to help. The biggest shift, I think, that everybody really needs to be aware of, and several of my private coaching students, this has happened to them, so I wanted to make sure that I mention this today. There is a new group type that is for health, all right? It's a health support group, and it actually unlocks features designed to meet the needs of the people in the group. And one of the features is actually a privacy feature that allows the member to ask the admin to post on their behalf. So that way the member kind of, it doesn't reveal the member's identity. So if it's a sensitive post about something that's going on with them, then the admin can post it for them and they remain hidden. So that's really a good feature. About the health groups. So any of you selling or promoting products for health, all right, take note that part of the new AI software, all right, is really scanning these groups, because even though a group is private, it doesn't mean Facebook doesn't have access to it. Remember that. So any spoken or written words in your group, any claims that you make, or any pictures that you post that Facebook finds to be not within their community standards, or could be a claim that you're making that you can no way back up by FDA, don't do it. They can and they will shut your group down. They will give you fair warning that you are violating policies and procedures, and ask you to not do it anymore or change how you're doing it. But just a heads up, it's a biggie right now. A lot of concern on that. Let's see. So let's have a fun fact. All right, about time for that. Did you know that you can now actually link your Eventbrite tickets to Facebook? So you can link those together, and you can also link together your group events into Eventbrite. It increases reach. Woo, that's what we all want anyway. So you want to make sure that you check into that. It's pretty easy. You can see it when you go in and you're creating your event. When you scroll down the ways, it'll ask you if you have a link for that. So, other fun fact: the members in your group, or if you're a group member, if you leave a group, you are now able to delete all of your comments in a group. Did you know that? So if you decide to leave, it'll say, do you want us to basically wipe the slate clean? So if you're unhappy with a group, or you've decided that you just need to be out of that group, you can now actually just click a button and everything that you posted in that group can be gone. Side note for group admins: if somebody in your group has posted important information that you kind of want to keep, I suggest you copy, paste it, and stick it in a file somewhere, because if they decide to leave, they can take it with them. Let's see. checking my notes here for you guys. Let me see, what are we at? Well, we're almost at 15 minutes up on my limit here. I also want to mention that I do have a group, and in that particular group, it's all about what's new, what's due to come out, because I do have advance notice, and how to use it or how not to use it. I do screenshots and training in the group. If you're interested in that, get with me, leave a message here for me, and I'll be happy to tell you a little bit more about it. And of course, you know what to do here if you know someone who may benefit from this information. Please feel free to let them know that this video is here for them to view. And I am at my 15-minute mark. My max, man, can't do more than that, just the way I am. So if you guys have questions, I will actually, it's one of the few weekends I'm not at an event, or I'm not actually training somewhere. So drop in your questions. I will be checking this out periodically throughout the rest of today, which is Saturday, and tomorrow as well. So if you have questions, drop them in. I'll be happy to answer. And who knows, I may pop in and do another live. It's kind of nice out, sun's out, in between the rain. So again, if you have any questions, just drop them in comments for me, and I'll be happy to answer them. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday, and I'll see you later.